A 22-year-old Hungarian pianist is new to the world stage, but critics say he's a rising star in classical music. He calls himself the unknown pianist, but his work's becoming quite familiar around the world. Hungary's MTV introduces us to this man, his music,
ein neuer
and his
Stern
message.
am Klavierhimmel geboren
His name
worden.
is Adam
Der junge
Gyorgy.
Pianist Adam
He's a
Gyorgy
22-year-old
gehört zu den begnadetsten
Hungarian
Nachwuchstalenten weltweit. Und Experten sagen ihm eine grosse Karriere voraus. Mit 4 hat
According to
Adam
his
angefangen
professor at the
Klavier spielen
academy,
und
he is
schon
a
mit
born
12
talent
ist er ins
with the sense of
Konservatorium
sophistication.
geschoben.
I think
Begeistert
this
und zusammen
consigliere
zum Spielen von vier Spielern zur Welt.
I must say the orchestra worked very hard for this.
The family is working on his success.
Music is international.
When Adam Gyorgy was a young boy, he drew everything upside down. His worried parents took him to a doctor, who was unable to diagnose the problem. His father, determined to understand why his son was different, watched Adam carefully. One day, he sat opposite Adam and asked him to draw a house. As the house began to take shape, Adam's father suddenly realized that his son was drawing the house upside down so that his father could see it right side up. Adam was drawing everything in a way that best displayed his artwork to the viewer. This ability to see things from a different perspective was proof of Adam's natural inclination to perform and revealed a thoughtful regard for how best to communicate with his audience. Today, Adam communicates through his music in the same way as he drew as a child, with the understanding that the audience, the listener, plays an integral role in bringing the music to life. In 2004, CNN World Report covered Adam's first American tour, calling him a rising star. That year, Adam won all 3 prizes, the first prize, the grand prize, and the special prize in the International Chopin Piano Competition in Budapest. In 2005, Adam was invited to join the Steinway Artist Community, a signal honor that places him in the company of the greatest pianists of all time, including Vladimir Horowitz, Artur Rubinstein, and Christian Zimmermann.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adam Gyorgy, and the problem starts right here. Everybody says Gyorgy, 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 Gyorgy. In Hungary, we say György. It's very, very different. Recently, I went to a radio station, and the speaker asked me, "How do you pronounce your name?" I said, "Gyorgy," and he said, How do you spell it? How do you write it? I said, it's Gyorgy. It's an orgy with a GY. Thank you for appreciating this. He didn't appreciate that joke right then. I'm so happy to be here and speak a little bit, because I'm not the man of the words, but I will play the piano a little longer. I could speak to you about my inspirational journey. My topic is from raspberry fields to Carnegie Hall. I was 4 or 5 years old when I worked on the family fields back in Hungary. I loved raspberries. I liked a little less picking those on the burning sun. But this inspired me to go back to the piano and practice and put my time and my effort to master my piano playing. I could speak about my family, my incredible family, my brother and father and mother. My brother and I, we lost our mother when I was 8 years old. This challenged us and inspired us to stay together, and it helped me to realize that I have the most amazing father and brother on the planet. I could speak to you about when I was 12 years old, my father, I got into the best music school in Hungary, the Bartók Conservatory, and my father had to decide to put me into the conservatory or to a regular high school. Of course, he decided to put me into both schools at the same time. I did not appreciate it that time too much, but I'm certainly happy for him for that. I could speak about one of my milestones when I was 18 years old. A Japanese pianist canceled the recital at the Liszt Academy's Great Hall 10 days before the recital. And nobody was able to jump in and take the repertoire in 10 days. I had an opportunity, and I appreciated the opportunity and learned the repertoire in 10 days. That was the beginning of my career. It opened the door to the international stages that time. I could speak to you about my first Carnegie Hall recital, how I got into America with 2 bags. One of the handlebars was broken. My father was an engineer. He actually connected the 2 bags with a rubber band. I think he did better things than this later on. So I could speak all about this, and I could speak to you about my first Carnegie Hall concert. Obviously, it was a dream of mine from the very beginning. When I got into New York, it took me a couple of years to walk in front of 3,000 people at New York's Carnegie Hall. We all want these moments to be perfect moments. We prepare for this for years and years, and after my recital, after my rehearsal, I stayed on 82nd Street and First Avenue. The concert was 2008, November 2nd. You all know about this. You may remember this was the day of the New York Marathon that year. We live in New York now. We know what that means. I did not know what that means that time. I wanted to cross First Avenue on 82nd Street and get my suit. Thank you very much. I went to the policeman and I said, I'm sorry, I have to cross First Avenue. My suit is right there. I play in Carnegie Hall in about 1 hour. And the policeman said, sir, you're the 10th person coming up with the same story playing at Carnegie Hall tonight. I walked in to Carnegie Hall, literally with 2,000 people on my back and on my side. I arrived with the crowd just a couple of minutes before my recital. But it was a great moment of my life. I could speak about what music means to me, what classical music means to me. We really fight for nuances. We work on nuances, on milliseconds and timings and so much details, and we dedicate our lives to small, small things which we believe will make a difference. And I really believe in this, it will make a difference. I could speak about a beautiful, beautiful experience of mine walking in front of 60,000 people in a football stadium playing one of Chopin's most difficult study, Etude, opening the European Football Championship last summer, watched by 300 million people around the globe live on television. Because I think music is connecting people. Music helps us to focus on our similarities, not on our differences. Music helps us to re-identify ourselves, helps us to connect to ourselves again. But I really have no more time to speak about these. I just would like to say something. I think I'd like to thank to all the people who helped me to stand here in front of you today, because the most important thing was that they never gave up on me. My teachers, my family, and I'm really happy to be here. So I could also speak about the Academy, because I believe in paying forward, and the help I received before, I would like to give it to the next generation. I established a foundation here in New York City, the Adam Gyorgy Foundation, supporting children around the world, supporting music education. And the next piece I'm going to play is inspired by this Academy, by the foundation. The piece called The Island, and the island represents us helping each other and supporting each other. Thank you so much for your attention.